Hello, my little kids, and welcome back to another Spacey haul here. I am trying to do these monthly, but I do have an announcement, especially for today's video in particular. The month of July will be my last for the next few months. I'm going off to college in August, as you guys may know, and I have to pre-record a ton of videos. This is something I'm not, obviously cannot pre-record, and so I didn't really see this going forward until I get more comfortable in my new place while I'm at college, and so until then, these are going to be on a hiatus, but they will make a comeback, I promise. It's just not yet, okay? But I do have some good products and stuff here for you. If I do kind of sound like a beauty guru, I'm sorry. I'm trash. I keep watching it. So some things I did grab. I grabbed one facial thing, and that is these like wispy hair thingies. Now, you're looking at me like I'm weirdo. I get it. Okay, I do. But these wispy hairs, for instance, she is a black-haired sim, and so we'll probably be using it in a black hair. We're going to keep it on her the whole entire time. Now, the things in my game, as I'm going to say every single time, so all this stuff is linked, and I'm still going to go probably CC shopping, because I'm still going to play The Sims. And, of course, I'll make the exceptions if anything does come out in the next following months. I don't know if that's going to be a thing or not. I'm kind of hoping not till October and or November. That's my goals here, but you never know. It's just easier for myself, but I will be updating you guys on that stuff. And so I'm still going to put CC in my game, so I recommend you go follow my CC finds blog. It's linked down below. I currently have so much queued for you guys, and we'll be all good to go. I also went to my dad's house this past week, which is why I didn't have videos for a whole week if you are a daily viewer. And, so I don't have my mouse because I left it because I'm trash. I'm going to say that a lot. For some reason, I'm addicted. Also, the sim is so cute. I happened to make her the other day, and I'm just in love. So, what these do, alright, for instance, what these, like, little things do, so we're going to, okay, you see up here where it's black and stuff? We're going to take it off. And now, like, I don't know. I really like it. I think it adds something. Some people don't, which I understand, but I think it adds something, so I like it. So there's this first hair. I'm not a huge fan of it, but you might be, so here you go. I don't hate it, but I don't love it either. We're going to show our favorite thing, I think, in black and in blonde. As we do know from, you know, past things, blonde really does show if the creation is beautiful and or if the creation is lacking in something, and we can really figure out where it stands. I think that one looked good in both blonde and not so. Like this one, I think it looks really pretty, especially with that baby hair, which I'm going to show you what happens without the baby hair. We're also going to show you the blonde, and so you can really see where the baby hair really takes effect. And I'm personally a really big fan of this hair. I kind of like it better with the baby hair, to be honest with you. Without it, you can really see where it opens up. And I don't know, now that I've seen it without, with baby hair in it, I kind of like it. I'm not sure. How do you guys feel? So we also have this new hair, also. It's really pretty. I'm not going to keep taking it off, by the way. We're just going to keep going. I'm not going to have chapter times linked down below. I'm pre-recording up a ton, so any of that normal stuff is not going to be here this week. I'm super sorry. Most of my other videos do have it, though. Just to make that shout out. But I also really like this hair because I think the texture is done really nicely. I think it really looks like a Maxis Match hair. I think it looks much prettier in lighter shades. In this shade particularly, they use this one to show off, and I can understand why. It really does show a nice ombre. I haven't really seen this creator in particular do an ombre effect yet, so I'm curious to see if you guys have. And if so, of course, link me on my Twitter. Also linked down below. Now this hair, it's a beauty to behold, to be honest with you, and I think the lighter you go, the prettier it gets. Look at this, without the baby hair, I promise. But look at this. It looks so pretty. So well done. And, of course, I think the baby hair does take away from the creation's effects, because obviously I'd be looking at it this way. And personally, I think the baby hair puts so much into it. It makes the hairpiece look so much better. But it's really is pretty, and I like it without and with. I really enjoy it. So we also have this one, which I'm not a huge fan of, and I'm probably not going to keep in my game. I don't like the coloring of it, and I'm not dissing any creator, especially this creator, because I love this hair in particular. I think it's a really, really gorgeous hair, so, like, no diss here. I mean, I understand we have, like, a similar one up here, but there's something about this that just screams, like, really, really pretty and use me, and I want to use it. I think it's really, really well done. But this one I have seen done countless times, and I've seen better people do it. Sorry. I've seen it done a little bit more flowing and a little bit more natural. I mean, I've had a hair similar to this in my game for about a year, and then when I did my whole CC job, it stopped here. So I'm just like okay, that one's not, but okay, never mind. Don't listen to Jacob, okay? Just don't listen to Jacob. Alright, we're moving forward onto my new favorite hair of all time, which is this beauty. I mean, guys. Okay, I love the talk behind the ear. You guys know this. I'm kind of obsessive. And so did you put it with the long? I don't know. There's something about this that just screams, I'm supposed to love it, and I do. And the colors, and I think it looks pretty in every color. Just saying. But the colors are gorgeous. Everything about it is gorgeous. And also it kind of makes me want to do like a Black Widow challenge, which is really, really interesting, but it's true. But as much as I like the behind the ear, I think this one is, I think it's cute, but also I'm not an overly huge fan. Okay, so this one, I've been having some problems with, and I'm going to talk about it, as well. I think it's really, really well done. Don't get me wrong. I think it's really, really pretty. But I've had several issues with this with curly hairs. And that is, I don't believe they're actually on the head. It almost looks like my sim put on a wig and stuff like that. So we're going to add some baby hairs to it, just to see if that would fix my issue. Because I have had some issues with it, and I would almost say yes, but also I'm kind of going against it and maybe saying no. I'm just not overly a huge fan. I am using it on a current sim right now, so I probably won't be deleting it from my game, and it'll probably grow on me. This is just a shorter version. If you guys don't like the elongated version, you want a nice little cut, you can have one of those of that hair that I do love. Then we have this one. I have several pulled back hairs for some reason. I'm really into that right now, and I think they're really making a comeback, and I think they did a really nice job. We have some really good ones, and we have some not so, not my favorites, I guess I should say. These two, I think are really, really pretty. This one, I don't know, it seems like more cemented on the hair than this one. Whereas, like, you can see here in the picture, it looks much more on the hair. Whereas this one, not really sure. This creator is definitely a creator to look out for, by the way. She's going to be one of my new tops favorites. Ironically, the person who is my favorite, I don't think I downloaded anything from. Oh, I do have a guy's hair. Never mind. I take it back. Now, this hair, I'm not the biggest fan of. I was hoping for something different, and I got underwhelmed. So, I'll probably leave in my game as well. This one, if you have seasons, they just took away the sign, and they put a P under ear. Not overly a huge fan of it either. Probably won't keep it. Don't think it's ugly. Don't think it's not. I mean, I don't think it's ugly. I think it's actually really gorgeous, but I'm just not a huge fan. This is also another one of those ones that I was kind of hoping to be better than it was. And I think it has to do with poly counts and stuff like that. I just don't think it personally looks good in my game. Yeah, I've had hairs from this creator before, and they looked pretty in my game, so I was just playing around. Then we have this nice pulled up bun, and I really like this one. I think it looks very nice. Then we also have the same hairstyle, just more of a ponytail. And I like that idea as well, because some people like their hair up like during night, but maybe a nice fresh ponytail and you get the same texture and stuff. I really like it. I really like the set. And then we have this really back styles 80s ponytail, which I was curious to see what it looked like in game, and I didn't really like it. And I don't like the hairstyle very much, which is probably why I don't like it in game. Just not my all-time favorite. I do have some makeup and stuff that we're gonna be moving into very soon, so we're gonna keep her hair pulled back, by the way. Overall, probably not gonna keep it either. I don't have a use for it, but I do know some people who would probably have a use for it, especially for like storytelling or maybe even the historic challenge. I know sometimes that stuff gets pretty wild and you could probably find a good use for it. So moving on to our good old makeup here. I did go through and I did get a lot of makeup, as you guys can see here. I don't know the next time you're going to CC shopping. I'm kind of obsessed with every makeup guru in the world here on YouTube. And I kind of want to bring makeup into my game. And as you guys know, I'm very passionate about Max to Match, but I've made some exceptions in the past for shoes. I think I made some exceptions for makeup, okay? Not everything in here is staying, but I do enjoy most of it. I've gone through and I have looked. I really want some more crazier eyes. For some weird reason, I keep using the same old, you know, more of its skin tone, darker type eye color, but I really just wanted some wilder eyes. Now we do have some of my more simpler ones, like this would be more of a classic, Jacob moment, so with this one, but then we have some more brighter, popular colors, and I think they look really, really pretty too, and so I'm happy that that particular swatches existed. Now this one, you get like really creative and stuff, and I think it would look really pretty with some fake eyelashes and stuff like that we do add into our game. And I don't know, I just like the colors and stuff. There isn't a neutral, which is fine. Now this one, I did kind of go a little cray-cray, I get it. Can't believe I said that word. And I'm probably not going to keep it, but I did like the idea of it though. I was watching some pretty interesting videos. I've had crazy cupcake eyeshadows and stuff in my game a lot, and so this is more like the smudgy, smoky eye look, and I kind of like it. It's not my favorite, but I do kind of enjoy it. Then we have, of course, going to become one of my new favorite palettes, and that's the Urban eyeshadow kit, and I think it's been around for a little bit. I can't remember. I think, no, it hasn't. This is freshly released. She did a whole video on it, and to be honest with you, I'm just happy I get to try it, okay? I'm just kidding. Everybody gets to try it. It's free. But I do love it, and I think it's gorgeous, and I think it looks pretty on every color. My one recommendation, Jen, if you do make another one, because I love your lip kits and everything, and you somehow listen to these. I don't know why. Maybe you do. I don't know. I want more bolder colors. I would like some more bolder, poppier colors. Of course, I don't know how hard that is, so do you, sweetie. Do you. So I think, okay, these are still in the eye section. I couldn't tell. And I really like this one as well. So I've been a big fan of eyeshadow. I've been watching a lot of things for eyeshadow. And then you guys are going to see I'm a big fan of eyeliner as well. So these are also eyeshadow. I'm so sorry. I count like 90 of them. Okay. I went on a spree. Okay. It was a big spree. I'm trash. I understand. We all get this. Look how many colors. Look at this. Look at this. Like, can we all just get this in our life? Okay, I like the highlights of Harvey. Now, it does kind of feel a little alphy, and I think that's always why I've been kind of like, ooh, about it. But you know what? I don't care. I just like the experimental part of it. And I don't like every aspect of it. I don't like every shade. But there's a lot of shades in here that I do enjoy. So I'm keeping it. It's very pretty. It's very, very pretty. Now, if I'm not mistaken, these are actual... Okay, this is eyeliner. We're moving away from the eyeshadow. Now, I would accompany it with some pretty eyeshadow, but you gotta play around with the look first. Like I said, super sorry if I sound like a beauty guru. I've been watching way too many. I'm not doing a beauty guru channel. absolutely at all. I don't do my own. I just like watching people do makeup. It's really fascinating. But for, I don't know, it's really interesting. I like the look as well. These two are particularly are by the same creator. So if we go back to their first one, you can see Jacqueline, which makes me believe that maybe it's it's a Jacqueline palette or something like that. Or maybe the creator's name is Jacqueline. I honestly don't know. Maybe you do. Comment down below if you do. And then we also have, okay, so we have a version of this in The Sims 4, which I always thought was super crazy. Didn't understand why they added it. Now I'm getting kind of into makeup. I kind of understand. Not that I would ever use The Sims 4 original. Sorry, no diss. I love you, game. I love everything you put me. Okay, makeup is just not its strongest standpoint. I don't think it's ever been. But with Sims 3, you could always do your own look. Sims 4, it's harder. But I like the line. I like the wing. I like everything about it. Really big fan. This one, you can't really see because of her eyes. Sorry. Don't have, I'm going to put my defaults with my eyes in there. Just haven't done it yet. Oh, big fan. Here, we're just going to go through these kind of fast. They all have different colors. It does change the you know what I mean. And it does look pretty without that. Okay, so these, I'm pretty sure we're moving on into our blush. No. Ooh, I was wrong. You are... Oh, yeah. You can totally tell. That is some nice eyeliner. Well, I wouldn't say it's nice. Not every one of these are really good. And I wouldn't really use every one of these. Like, this one and this one are almost exactly the same, so I don't need two of the same. Now, this is a blush. I liked how it highlighted the nose. Okay. Now, we would have to play around and get our nice skin tone, you know, better. The exact, she's a little darker, so I'd even go maybe, I don't know, I'm not liking, but I think this might be a little, oh, I kind of like the little rose. And it's not like super rosy, but also I don't like, I don't know, you would have to play around with it, obviously, to make it like really, really look. Oh, look at the shine. So pretty. Looks so pretty. And I use blush on every one of my Sims. I have a direct palette that I use, and I'd recommend almost every CC video at the end of the year. I've recommended it, so you know. I don't know what to tell you. Okay, so this one's really pretty. I'll keep this one, and I think I'll experiment with this one. I've had this one in my game before, so I'm not sure if it'll stay. So we do have one lipstick. And for some reason, this one called out for me, and I think it was all different colors. But I have so many lipsticks in game that I probably won't keep it. I'm a sucker for them. I've always been a sucker for them. Makeup in The Sims 4 has been one of my all-time favorite things. So I've been a big sucker. So yeah, custom content. Now I didn't get a lot of clothes. Okay, so wasn't trash for that. This shirt right here. I like this one more because I don't really know where the top, you know, connects. Like, you can kind of see it, but it also, I don't really believe it. I like this one, though. I think this would be nice compared with a nice little top, like a nice little, I don't know, you know, a nice little, oh, like a jacket or something. Like, you know, or a cardigan or something, in which I have those accessories. So, like, you know, I like it a lot. This is actually not something I'm planning on keeping. I like the thought of it, but I'm just not a huge fan. I like this a lot, so I'll probably end up keeping that. This one I was more curious to see in-game, not so much for me keeping, but I really, really like it, and I think it's really bold. I like the idea, I like the creativity, I like the nuance of this particular piece of CC. Will I keep it? Probably not. This is just a jacket, and it's one of my favorite jackets, so I had to grab it. And then these are recolors of the same thing. I'm pretty sure this is like the original, and then I went through and I downloaded a nice set of recolors. I like the scarf on the t-shirt. I think it looks really pretty. I really like it. I think I'd put it with my sister, so it's a stay-in. We're gonna go over into the custom content. My sister let me download these matching PJs. So they're in here, they're not staying. I don't like the texture on, I think it's the kids. Or, yeah. But yeah, so, just, that's the men's. I don't think I got, oh. Oh, I got the cardigan was with this one, so if we pair it, oh dang it, you gotta be kidding me. That's so sad. And it goes past the waist. I think it is the draw point. Well, we'll find something. I mean, it kind of looks like a bralette, to be honest with you. So that's a little bit disappointing. Maybe I won't keep it. I like the idea of it, though. I'm a huge fan of this accessory, though. So this one, it's verging the lines. But I like it, though. I don't hate it. It is verging the lines a lot, and I know a lot of you guys are going to comment down below. Alpha? Possibly, okay? I get it. But I liked it. I didn't get any shoes. I'm Jacob. Okay. So now we're going to age you down to a child. I think I might have got some children hairs. This could be a possibility. Oh, I did. I got two. So I got this nice long pulled back hair. Too long for my child, but I do like it. I'm a big fan of these ponytails. I like cinema flip. I like decorations a lot. So that's an A+ for me. Don't say so myself. I feel like that's it for toddlers. My big toddler CC set was last month, so if you really want to see that, you know, pick that out. I would say the biggest thing of this month would probably be, I would say, the makeup. I would say I did a pretty good job with our makeup here. The men I wasn't really searching for personally. I don't know. I was searching for a girl. Sorry. Oh. So she doesn't look as pretty as a boy. And we do have this hair, which is by my favorite simmer of all time. It does look pretty, guys. I promise. This video's getting kind of long, so I'm just trying to move it. That looks good. Okay. And I know I worked on the men like last time. Okay, so they have like the button ups and stuff. So if you did want them to have it. And they also have the cardigan, which was a nice touch. That's all the CC I got. We'll back it up a little. We'll see if we can't, as I said here, we'll see if we can't go through some life stages and some genders. But yeah, I enjoyed it. I enjoyed the CC I got. I hope you guys did too, especially since this will be my last CC haul for a little bit. I hope you guys understand that with everything going on. And yeah. So guys, if you like this video, please give me a big fat thumbs up. Don't forget to comment down below and hit that subscribe button. I'll see you guys all next time for another video.